Welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope all of you out there spent your Christmas Day and New Year's together with your loved ones in peace and in happiness, which is the most important thing. Alright, so today on the channel I have the Zino Mini SE version here. It's one of the three 250-gram drones that Hubsan has released recently, except for the Zino Mini, which hasn't been officially released into the market yet. The SE version, which stands for Standard Edition, is Hubsan's comparison to the DJI Mini SE and the FIMI X8 Mini. So let me go ahead and open it up and show you guys everything that's inside of the box. Just like the Zino Mini Pro, it comes with this nice little travel bag, and inside of the bag you get the drone, a USB wall mount adapter, an extra battery which comes with the Fly More combo, a multi-battery charging hub, an instructions manual, 3 OTG cables, a mini USB cable, a small screwdriver, an extra set of joystick thumb rockers, 2 sets of extra propellers, and last, the remote controller. So looking at the SE version, you can see that it's pretty much the same in design as the Pro version, minus the forward and backward obstacle avoidance cameras, which this one does not have. As for the weight, let's just place it on the scale to see what it weighs with and without the battery installed. It does have a 3-axis gimbal stabilizer, just as the Pro version, but with different camera specs. This one here has a 1/2.6-inch Sony CMOS image sensor with an aperture, or f-stop, of 2/2. It also has an 80-degree field of view, along with an effective focal length of 3.5 millimeters, and an electronic shutter speed of up to 8,000. It can take JPEG pictures at a maximum size of 4,000 by 3,000 and videos at 4K resolution at both 25 and 30 frames per second in the H.264 codec. It's also capable of filming in 2.7K at 30 and 60 frames per second and at 1080p HD at 30 frames and 60 frames per second as well. The video bitrate is between 64 to 100 megabits per second, and all files are saved onto a mini SD card, which goes inserted right here on the side. It supports a U3 or Class 10 SD card with a maximum storage capacity of 128 gigabytes. Now, what I like with the SE version is that once you turn it on and connect it to the transmitter and then open up the app, you immediately get an FPV feed, unlike the Pro, which waits till you've taken off to give you an FPV feed, which kind of sucks. With the SE version, you can set up all of your camera parameters while being able to see the image from the camera, which is definitely better than the Pro version in my opinion. The motors are 1503 KV2820s and are capable of flying in level 5 winds. The maximum speeds that can be reached flying horizontally are between 10 and 16 meters per second. On the bottom of the quad, it has the same heatsink as the Pro version, as well as 2 infrared altitude sensors, 1 optical flow camera, and an LED searchlight. The battery is a 3000 milliamp lithium ion that can provide up to 45 minutes of flight time, which is 5 more minutes more than the Pro version. But in reality, we all know that these numbers are exaggerated, and you'll probably be looking at, 40 to maybe 41 minutes of actual flight time, depending on the weather conditions. Now, these are also smart batteries, which means that they can display the current voltage and do other things like go into hibernate mode and discharge themselves when not in use. The remote controller is also the same design as the Pro version, except for that it's in white, and the thumb rockers are stored on the bottom of the remote just like the Pro. It does have an internal 3350 mAh battery with a working time of 2.5 hours. In terms of transmission range, this one uses the Synkless 2.0 technology and not the 3.0 that the Pro has, and it can reach a supposed maximum flight range of up to 6 kilometers. On the face of the remote, you also have an LED screen. That's great for reading all of the telemetry, and if for any reason you end up losing your FPV feed, you'll be able to operate the quad back to you safely by reading the telemetry that's on the screen. To set it up for flight, you first have to turn on the remote by pressing once, and then press it again, this time for 3 to 5 seconds. Now connect the OTG cable to your phone and open up the X-Hubsan 2 app. Wait until the transmitter icon appears and says aircraft is connected. Next, turn on the drone and wait for the gimbal to go through the startup calibration process. Once it's connected, you'll see a weak GPS signal message on the top, meaning that it's in attitude mode and you're able to fly indoors. Now, if you're outdoors, you'll have to wait a few seconds to acquire satellites before you can take off. When you have at least 7 to 9 sats available, the ready to fly message will appear, and now you can take off. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. I hope you all found some useful information from this video and that it helps you to decide whether it's for you or not. If you did like the video, please add a thumbs up to it. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, I do invite you now to do so. With that said, thank you all again. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next video.